from the womb. Yet he waits. The pastor just dream is acting up already. You know, anyone here who operates in the prophetic, who have the ability to see things, who sees things, will know what I'm talking about. The pain you will go through, at some point you take God not to show you anything. But you know what God did? The more I was having pain, the more he was showing me. Until I came to this realization that the problem is with me. That God, who gave me ability to see, had been seen before I was conceived. And he's not having high blood pressure. And I'm not seeing everything. I'm seeing small. Sometimes when you mention small that you saw, the people will now start confessing the ones you didn't see. So, this issue about membership, another thing we need to know is, if you are praying for church growth, God gives you problems to solve. The reason many of us at church are not growing is because you are selecting problems that you want to solve. I can shock you now by telling you that, you see this money thing we talked about? Some of the people giving you trouble in the church are the people with the money. But you have to fix them so they can fix the money. So look beyond their trouble and see what you can do for them. Sometimes your patience, God is testing. It's your capacity that is building. Yes. Go back and change your perspective. You see, I have this daughter. Anytime we talked about her dress, she dresses at times, you'll be telling her that she's practically naked. The skirt is here. The slit is here. So, and you're telling her, she will turn and say, Dad, it's not that bad. And I go like, I can see your panties here now. You're telling me, Dad, it's not that bad. And so, last time he was here, you complained. You say, okay, Dad, I've heard. Next time, she'll bring it up here. When you touch, you say, it was here when I was coming down from Okada, it said, not up to here. So I walked and talked. We got worked up. Then God gave me understanding. And what was that understanding? Stop talking. So when I now see her wear those things, I say, oh, you look so beautiful. I never seen anybody with your legs are so beautiful. In fact, you're so beautiful. Then when I started doing that, I noticed through that week, she stopped wearing the thing. So I now discovered that she was doing those things to gain attention. Yes. She loved the fact that she's always getting our attention. So how do we deal with that issue? What is your problem? You think people will say your church people are naked people. So are you a naked person? No. The people in church are God's people. They are not your people. You're a pastor. You don't own the people. There was a time they criticized Living Faith when Living Faith was in Kaduna. Oyedepo said, you can't find our workers dressed anyhow. That's the ones I have control over them. I don't have control over every other person coming. You can't judge our church by everybody who attends our services. Not to do. It's not like I was walking and the Lord appeared. Not to do. It's not like I was walking and the Lord appeared to me. Because Satan can transform himself into angel of light. That you saw all those people that say Jesus walked into their room. How do you know the person is Jesus? Have you seen his picture before? All the pictures they showed that is the picture of Jesus, the pictures of people who acted him. So how did you discern that the person who appeared and you saw light everywhere was Jesus? Because Lucifer was the one who is the commandant of light. And when God sent him away, he didn't remove light. He was the one who is the commandant of light. And when God sent him away, he didn't remove light from him. So it's very easy for a demon to appear with rays of light everywhere. You think it's Jesus. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's part of the confusion we are having today in the body of Christ. Somebody say that, there's an appearance, is Jesus Christ, and then he spoke to me. And you're trying to tell them that this thing is not aligning with scripture. They say Jesus appeared to them. How did you know it's Jesus that appeared? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a big question. So apart from that, what I teach and what I believe the New Testament believers should focus on, if you're in a place, the assignment in that place, how are you part of it? That is the core. How are you part of that? And let me make an attempt to respond to this. Church and ministry are not the same. Church, in her good church is not what I want to do. I told my people like how many years ago, I don't want to do church. Like church. I want to do the body of Christ. That's what I believe I'm called to do. I want to be everywhere and support other churches. So it's not about, you have to learn how to let out control. Let people be in charge of things. If you die, who is going to continue what you're doing? You're in charge of even sweeping of the church. You don't trust that people can sweep well. Let people do things. Let them fail and be correct. That's how you grew. So let people allow this thing. They will chop. Jesus gave money to a thief. So let them eat the money. That's okay. Stop being too tight and be holding on to things like your life depends on it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Did I answer that question anyhow? I mean, did I make an attempt at all?
Thank you very much, sir. Someone is asking, I have a daughter who insulted me, and since I made her realize that what she did was wrong, she has stopped to greet or talk to me for about 3 weeks now. I have thought of pursuing her out of my house. Please, sir, what should I do so that I will not be misunderstood by family members?
You are not a humble person. Greet her. Greet her. Greet your daughter. You won't believe that until you lose her. Finally into the hand of Satan, then you understand what your humility would have done for you. You see, the language you must introduce into your family first is the language of love. Anybody who believes you love them will listen to you. Children only stop listening when they believe they are not loved. You have told us your story. If you corner that girl to his side now, she will tell us her story. That you felt she was a child and she does not have a story and she don't have a story. And you forgot that the world have changed. Let me tell you something. The hardest thing my wife by nature could say is sorry. So when I got married, I introduced sorry. I would do something wrong. I would say sorry. She would do something wrong. I would say sorry. It went on for years. She learned to say sorry. Now she's the one that says sorry when I'm wrong and when she's wrong. When people don't do things and you are doing your own and their own, over time, it works. The problem is that looking at her as your daughter. So let me ask this question. How many of you here are working in a place that your boss in the office is far junior to you, in fact, can be your child? Ma, how do you greet your boss in the office? But you know you are old enough to be the mother. Come. Can you come and give me a hug? God bless you. No, come up here. Please, the husband should please permit this hug. He's not around. They will tell him so. That's something. Please. My people say, Dr. Ntegaka, hold your ears very well. Let pride not kill you, whether your father or mother. Where's Ebube Chuku? Where's Ebube? My love, come. Run quickly. Or come up here. That's my girlfriend. You're catwalking too much. This girl did something to me one day. When she was very little, something happened. I thought 2 years ago, last year, something happened. I was in her room. She stood up from her bed and faced me. How old are you now? 13. Yeah, she's 13 and she's in SS3. She stood up to me and reminded me. She was talking to me like this. What did you do when I told her about it? If you know me very well, you will be shocked that this, Amazingly today, when we talk about it, she too will laugh at herself and wondered, because she knows her father very. If you remove God, So, but he took me on our west side, stood. I went back inside and called the mom. I said, the daughters of Zelophehad. This guy gave points. So you can't shout at her. That means she felt I didn't handle this matter well. And she held on to it. So we had to deal with this issue now. So I called you back after I came back and sat down. The normal way I used to pay it, I said, babe, come here now. We now talked about it. I explained my own part. I said, hey, girlfriend, this your boyfriend loves you. I don't used to call her my daughter. I used to say, I'm your first boyfriend. So we talk as boyfriend and girlfriend. Are you jealous? Even the mother now, they say, I'll leave my husband for me. I say, she goes nowhere. Now, we spoke and then we talked. I explained to her how I handled it and why it was handled that way, and showed her how it was even to her own advantage. Have you been angry since that time? Now, what I would have missed was, I would have felt this small girl talk back at me. And then Satan would tell her, your father hates you. And that is the end of it. You can't always shut people down. It's like pushing an inflated lead or ball back into water. Anytime you leave it, it will come up. The person that asked that question, he should go back. First and foremost, accept that there's a missing link somewhere. Take responsibility. And then humility will do the magic for you. And what is that magic? Get to that place where, hey, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I don't know what I've done, or what your mom or anybody have done. We're sorry. Don't expect it to happen as magic. Give her a little time. Let her just be doing anything she's doing. Leave her. That girl is responding to the notion of hatred. Only the correction of love can fix it. Don't waste your prayer, sir. You're not dealing with a demon. You're dealing with your ego and your insensitiveness. You want to overcome that demon, overcome your ego. God bless you. Catwalk back. Nobody's son should come and say you have seen a vision.
Thank you very much, sir.
Did you notice she didn't lose her confidence? She's normal. Are you getting what I'm saying? Make sure that you don't destroy the confidence of your children in the bid to correct them. You will regret it later.
Thank you, sir. All right. Someone is saying, okay, thank you, sir, for feeding me with the word of God, and I am satisfied. Sir, please, what can I do to receive more blessing when I pray for people? They will go out of the country and they would not remember me. And I pray for people that are jobless for 9 years. They get job and forget me. Sir, what can I do to be blessed? I pray for expectant people. They get what they want, even to the barren to conceive. But no coming back, even to testify. I need answers, sir.
You see, this is an emotional question for pastors. And the person who asked this question, the Lord bless you. So let me respond. My ministry almost closed because of matters like this. I felt so horrible, so terrible. And then one day God asked me, who are you working for? I say, you. Say, who is supposed to pay you? I say, you. Say, so why are you? It's like your father sent you to run errand to go and deliver something to somebody. And then you went there asking them for things. That's the spirit of Gehazi. The spirit that goes to ask for reward where you ask not to ask for reward. That you pray for people does not mean that they owe you. You will agree with me that people that do things for us are not even those who labored for. Because the one who called you knows where to pay. Now look at this. Another thing you need to know is that God knows where you're going to. Imagine if the butler remembered Joseph 2 years earlier, he would have gone back to his father's house. There are people that if they've given you that 10% you're asking for, you would have missed your destination. God can stop people from remembering you so that you will not forget where God is taking you to. The worst thing you can do to yourself is to be angry at people because you were instrumental to where they are and you think they left you. You see, I used to tell pastors, you see, this is what you're cursing people, you're praying for. So one day you will curse, it won't work. And once you curse the first time, it won't work. It will never work again. You will be stop doing as if because God used you, you are now God over people. Don't embarrass yourself. We're bragging that somebody left, something happened to you, something left. One day they will leave, nothing will happen. Because there are people that will leave you, and what God wants to accomplish through them is more important than what you want God to do for you against them. So it's better let it be that you didn't curse them and they are still prospering. By the way, God told me one day that it is a demonic thing to raise people and bring them down. Let me tell you what God told me. God told me, you're a witch. As a pastor, you're a witch. If you pray for people and they rise, and because they wronged you, you pray for them to come down. You've been possessed by the spirit of witchcraft. If you cannot be happy after they left church and they are doing well, or because they left church, you're a witch. It's a very hard truth. It's in the place where God was dealing with me. It's painful to raise people and watch them walk away. But be careful not to become a witch where you're fighting for what does not belong to you. Sir, anyone that is your own will not escape. Will not escape. Somebody left our church and I went to a Bible school to lecture. 2 weeks later, the person was sitting down in the class. And it's my friend's church. So she moved from her church, went to that place, joined their Bible school, and I am the lecturer. And as I was getting, I saw the person. If you see hug, my wife, let me use your bag. I'm looking for a free hug. As she said that, I said, ooh. I wish you were not in church. So, she was shocked. I said, you are here. I said, you choose the right place. This is the best place for you to learn. I thought as if I didn't say best. The next class I came, she didn't come again. I said, why didn't you come? No reason. See, you are a baby. You are childish if you find your neighbor in another church and you're angry. You have not grown. You are too childish. Yesterday, one of our brothers was saying that if you see somebody come to your church, ask them, why do you leave your church? Send them away so that a cause will follow them. Cause does not follow people anywhere. The body of Christ is one. If you stop banking in Zenith Day and move your account to Zenith, we say, it's still Zenith now. Does cause follow you when you move your account from day to Use? Okay? Upgrade yourself. Make sure that you have enough food to feed your people. If you feed your people with only one kind of food and they find another food, that's why they will go chop them. Human beings are not office material. You can't trust members, so. They know they trust members, so. Mommy, since you're back there, since you're back there, you know they move. Where you keep an answer day. But you know, so they move. You don't move like this. Human beings are not stable. They can't keep a human being in one place. Go back to there, carry this thing, drop it on the table. 100 years later, you can just dust. You can't keep a human being in one place and they will not move. No this and no peace. One day they'll just fit and we'll be here. Man, some people don't live because you offended them. They just will be here. I've been in this one for 10 years. Well, 10 years, one place, 10 years. That's all. With all the testimony, just have we've been here for 10 years. They just want change. Whether God wants the change or not. You go and fight your covenant brother because of somebody who chose to go there. If a pastor comes to your church and start working on your members to carry them, the pastor is a thief. But if a member on their own waka carry, people know they get up leave church. They plan them. They go think them. They go think whether you go vex, whether the other pastor go accept it. They go think finish before they go. So when you are waking up to eat, remember you are dealing with somebody who have finished processing it. It's a waste of time. Church members, nobody do I shall reach them. Even the ones I'm pastoring here, as you're pastoring them, they are looking. Some of them, you see what they post is not your things. They'll post Suleiman, post Selman, then they post Pastor Chris. It's a subtle way of telling you. It's a subtle way of telling you that they're already measuring you and those people. No worries, sir. Not everybody will come to your spiritual son. But you must have a large heart to accommodate everyone. Your uncle's children know. Your relatives' children. That's all life be. I don't know if I answered.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, someone asked.
This guy is too calm. Your head is exploding. So, some people are very cold. They are wondering, these answers is not our regular answers. The regular answers are send the person back to her. Sir, if somebody leave church, don't force them to come back. They will cause you more pain. And all the people that left that came back, they cause more pain. Except if they are 10, if they are 100, maybe 1 or 2. What makes you think that what made them leave before will not happen again and they will leave again? I was in a conference in Orlando with Bishop Jakes. Somebody asked this question. Bishop Jakes said his PA resigned and left. Why did he leave? People that came with him are all doing well. All his work, he's not doing PA work, the protocol work. And after 6 months, he came back and said, Daddy, I'm sorry. TD Jakes, I'm sorry. Forgive me. TJ said, no, I'm forgiving you. So now we say, you want to take back his job. TJ said, no, you can't take back the job. He says, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Say, how sure am I that it won't happen again? It happened first. So he said to us, if they leave the first time, don't put them back there again, because anybody that can leave the first time can leave the second time. Don't hate them. Pastors don't die before your time.
Thank you, sir.
Are you people having another meeting over there? Should I come and join you? If you have questions, raise your hand. Stop complaining. Market women, they here. At least the only ministers come. All right, let there be peace. All right? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Just asking this because we're talking about living and all. Sir, at your teaching, sir, you said, don't live where you are. But, sir, if you're not receiving what you want, can you leave?
Okay. Let me respond. If you're not receiving what you want.
What you want.
What you want, not what you need.
Okay.
There's a difference between what you need and what you want. And after, in the last days, they will develop itching ears. You know what itching ears is? You are not satisfied with one person speaking to you. When you go to TB and you listen to TDJs, you listen to Crefodola, then you go to another channel, you listen to, and then you listen to just not even comparison. They are not satisfied with one person. Do you know what Jesus did? Jesus kept 12 men for 3.5 years. Go and check. The messages were the same. It was a repetition of message every day. He thought majorly on wanting the kingdom, and they never got tired. 3.5 years every day. There's something wrong with you getting tired because you feel that you are hearing one thing all the time. Do you know that the gospel, we don't have 2 books, it's 1 book. Oh. It's a demonic thing when you're not satisfied with the repetition of truths. That's why we're bringing comedians. 2 hours is not enough to preach on Sunday. We're bringing comedians into 2 hours meeting. If I say this one now, I will have issues. But no problem. Jesus did not have any mass choir. on a healing service. In fact, he didn't fix healing service. There's nothing called healing service. Anywhere we reach, miracle they happen. No choir they sing, no opening prayer, no testimony time. All these things we are bringing to church, where is it? I'm not saying you should change it, though. But remember that without them, there are things that are important. So somebody is telling you that good song, so that somebody will tell you, I love praise. That's why I go to church. That's how I know that you are so fleshy. And it goes so bad that we come to you, Pastor, say, make with Allah, Sister Chichi. Now, Sister Chichi, we all like. Yes. The churches were home churches. They were not looking for voices. Anybody can sing. Anybody can bring church. Anybody can bring the word. And then they discuss it and they go home. They didn't have LED screens. They didn't have good microphones. Peter won 3,000 souls without a mic. So there are things we have missed. Let's not miss the most important things. I don't know if I responded in any.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, let's note that we will not be able to answer all the questions because of time. I know most of you want to go to your marketplaces and all.
I'm prepared for service.
I'm prepared for service.
Yeah.
So the next miners conference, we would be able to answer.
Whenever the chairman fix the next miners conference.
Yes, we'll be able to answer the remaining questions. So I'll just be taking 3 more questions, and
Where's
that
Kingdom?
is all for today.
Thank you, sir. Sorry, ma, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Someone wrote, a true man of God that has a dream where his wife is sleeping with a man, and after that dream, he woke up and confronted his wife about it, and she said it's true, that she did it with a reason. Should the man separate with her or still keep her as a wife?
Amen. When you stop murmuring, I will answer the question. There are too many questions in that one question. Number one, the person who asked this question is a bit manipulative. The person is putting answers in my mouth. The person say a true man of God. It wasn't necessary to call him a true man of God, because you don't know a true man of God through dreams and confirmation of dreams. Because the Bible says there are deception in dreams. That you dreamt and it is true does not mean the source is God. Are we okay on that? Let me shock you. Let me shock you. There are things we claim that God did and is not God. God can close your eyes from seeing the error of your wife to preserve your marriage. But let me agree that God revealed this to him. And the woman said, yes, I did. No, let's read the reason. That's a different aspect. I did. Do you believe that heaven and hell is real? Forgive us as we forgive them. So this is it. Ma, because you've gone to sleep with another man, I've forgiven you, but me and you cannot live again. When you meet God face to face, God will say, I forgave you, but this heaven will not go feed day. Because that's the standard you use in your own forgiveness. You see, we don't know. God is a judge. Oh. Have you gone to court before? For this reason. Forgive us as we forgive. The standard I use in forgiving, use it for me. And my standard is my wife. Because I caught in adultery, we can no longer be husband and wife again. So when you make heaven, I'm seeing God face to face. God say, my son, I will miss you so dearly. I wish that these things are not like this. I will forgive you. But we can't be in heaven together. Because that's the standard you used. You know what my counsel will be? Okay, let me put it this way. Peter said, why has Satan filled the heart of Ananias and Sapphira that they should lie? There's a reason Satan did that. The man should first find out what is the reason. Fix it. What's the guarantee that the next woman you want to go and take will not do worse things? At least now you know what you're dealing with. Let me teach some men something that most men don't know. Stop murmuring, stop discussing, pay attention and learn. Let me say something you need to know. No woman is looking for a husband. What women look for is father. In marriage, the father hands over the woman to the man. What he's handing over is not a wife. He's handing over his responsibility as a father to the man. That's why marriage is not for boys. It's for men who can father women. So, and your wife cannot just see you as a father until you start playing the role of a father. What is the role of a father? Fathers and mothers, parents, they can cover their children. The day you tell your wife, I will cover your shame, she will no longer see you as a husband. She starts seeing her father. That's when you start enjoying your marriage. To uncover the nakedness of your spouse is worse than the betrayal of Judas Iscariot. Let me give you another phase of it. Pastor, go check up. How we caught her in adultery. Hey, they dragged her to where Jesus was and they put her down. And they quoted all the laws, what ought to be done to her. Are you paying attention here? What did Jesus do first? They wanted Jesus to address her sin. He did not. The first thing he did was discharge the mob, the crowd. He sent them away with wisdom. If you know you have not done it, pick up a stone. When he raised his head, there was nobody there, so they were left alone. They wanted her to be embarrassed. Jesus saved her from public embarrassment first. Pastors, that's the first thing you do when somebody's caught in an act. That's what Jesus did. Send away the crowd. And then they were left alone. That thing they wanted him to say in the public, he still said it to go and sin no more. So he acknowledged there was sin, but it was between the two of them. And then they saw her breaking the alabaster in the open. And Jesus said, leave her alone. That woman you brought for me to kill, that I saved the other day, is actually the one who will save my body from decay. These people you have embarrassed and shamed is the reason your answers are far, because you sent away your miracle because it came as an ashawo. You couldn't stand up for them because you don't want people to say that church, ashawo people, they go there. Every promise of God is in the things you detest. Peter, kill and eat. He said, I've never eaten before. Kill and eat. That thing he asked him to kill and eat, that he called evil, where did it come down from? From heaven. It did not go from earth to heaven. It came down from heaven and went back to heaven. Yet in the eyes of men, it was a defiant thing. Pastors, let's get some sense. He said, to whom much is given, much is required. He said, the one that's forgiven more. She did not break the alabaster because she had so much. But when she looked at Jesus, she was not thinking, what will I do for him? When your wife begins to see you as a father, she's thinking of the okporoko, the stuff she will use to cook for you. Your wife will see it as responsibility, but your daughter will do it with love. Let's go back to what Jesus did and replicate what he's done. That marketplace where you sit down to discuss. There's a woman who came from the south, to Abuja, and then we are discussing matters like this. And she's deaconess in her church, a big church. She was saying, how can a woman be unfair? I wanted to explain to her. 3 years later, I was in my office in Otako when she called. She just flew in to come and see me. Pastor, I think God is judging me. I said, what is it? He said, something just happened. What happened? I'm pregnant. That's a good thing. He said, no. My husband's best friend. Now listen. Her own friend is married to her husband's best friend. Two best friends, married two friends. She's pregnant for her best friend's husband. That is her husband's best friend. And you know, as a deaconess, she cannot do abortion. So she ran to me. I said, Ma, the last time we are talking, I told you, the Bible says, correct in love so you don't fall into the same thing. Because you're not standing because you're perfect. You're standing because you're preserved. You don't know the man standing here. We pioneer Scripture Union. We grew with it. I lived in condemnation until when God allowed me to fall Yakata, my eye opened. And he showed me that because I judge and condemn people, he wanted me to have a taste of that judgment. I learned by force. The woman said, sir, I've repented. I said, bring your hand. We held her hand. I said, God, let your will be done. But if you will listen to me, take this shame away. She left the office before she got to their house. I won't mention the place. In Abuja here. Blood came out. God just wanted to bring her to her knees that, listen, you know, you can be a virgin and marry and remain a virgin. It's a good testimony. But don't think that those who lost virginity at the age of 7 just wanted to. Some were raped and demons possessed them. Some had no control over what they became. This addiction was not what they ever prayed and bargained for themselves. They hate themselves for these things going on in their lives. You think everybody that is calling the name of God is in error want to be in error? Who is the pastor you think that will answer the call with the intention to embarrass and disgrace God? You think somebody gets born again with the intention to backslide? Nobody. As you are now, pastor, you're praying to be caught in adultery. What you are preaching against, nobody does. So when you judge people, just think about it. That house opposite Delta Hotel, that's where I would have slept with a girl that came for deliverance. I went for morning cry across Gbagba police signboards. At about 6, 7 a.m., sorry. I was coming back, a family from Ihitu Boma. They normally will entertain me. So one of them asked me a question, and I proudly answered, like the songwriter. He says, how do you manage all this young girl that everywhere? I said, me, I'll kick them out. I don't even finish. I finished bragging and came back to the house. Normally, I would kneel down and thank God for evangelism. As I knelt down, God said, why are you kneeling down to thank? You are doing it by yourself. You just finished bragging now. So I said, Lord, I'm sorry. What did I do? You are bragging that you are keeping virginity by your power now. And then he said to me, before the end of today, I'll show you that it's not by your power. At about 3 p.m., I was in the house. A lady, very tall, beautiful girl. And she was not in Abuja. She visited her family. They are staying in Cameroon or something. She just came and knocked and said, sir, I spoke with my sister. She said, come and see. See me for what? He said, deliverance. I said, that's a very small thing. Stand up. Azakabarataya. That room was very small room. I would just keep my trust. Once you open that door, you see my trust. Very small room. So I stood by the door. As I just said, let me lay hands like this. The guy, as she was falling, she wore this wrap-around skate. As she was falling, everything was sham. My eye just moved like this, like touch of yam. And sugar. I said, no, lie. And as she fell, you know, when you're a novice, as she was falling, she had her eyes into my eyes. With anybody talking to me, I can see a young woman who is weak and waiting. It took me years to understand what was happening there. But I knew that she was not going to resist anything. But I said, no, the devil is a liar. She got up the second time. Common sense should have told me to run. Reschedule the deliverance. I said, no, you devil from the pit of hell. The second time as she was falling, me and her fell. I fell on her. To get up was difficult. As she was getting up the third time, by this time, every fiber of my being were asking the Lord, where are you? I had a knock on the door. It was a young man by the name Kelechi, one of the boys who followed me to go and pray. He came in, and then we continued. We cast out the demon and finished. And then I knelt down again to thank God. God said, hey, I sent Casey to save you. That was the day I understood what the grace of God truly is. I had a clear opportunity to fall very well and enjoy the fall. Fine girl like this. You know, the lap of a woman is a place no sun touches. No matter how ugly a woman is, if you see her lap, you know you have seen Jesus. That was what the wrap-around exposed. And I said, Lord, have mercy. Say, stupid boy, you are bragging. You are bragging. A mother in the faith, one of the leading household names in the faith in this country, called me and said to me, where is your wife? I said, she's fine. How is your marriage? I was bragging. She told me what to go and do in my marriage. He said, I married your father for 17 years. He left the country, and one of the days he was not around, I hosted our spiritual sons. There's this new guy in church that came for the dinner. By the time he shook hands with me, we found ourselves in the hotel 3 times. And those 3 times, why we did not have sex was because as I come down from the car, people would recognize me and call me by my name. And out of fear, I would run. I had to call your father to come back to save me. She said to me, son, don't brag. It took me 17 years to realize I could fall. It took my openness for me to be standing. My dear, stop bragging. And when you find people fall, stop becoming the journalists who spread their stories. Thank God that you've not fallen, but pray for those who are falling, that God should show them mercy. Don't throw away your pastors when they are caught in sin, because sometimes it is an attack coming back to them for standing by you. Have you not noticed that a young man was caught in adultery, you covered him? The day he heard your story, he left church and spread the story about you. You start wondering, why couldn't you show me the same mercy I showed you when I found you and picked you up? Pastors are always victims. But I tell you something, be kind to one another. Are we together here? Yes, all right.
Okay, sir. Someone is asking, if you are in a program with a financial challenge seriously on you and you fail to ask for help because people might think that you're an opportunist, so is it good or bad? Because the problem is really choking you up as a student final year. The program is program in school.
A school program.
Yes, you are in a program.
You have a student pastor.
Yeah.
Is it personal program or church program now?
Okay.
Church program.
Is in a school. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. It may be final year in school. Please, I don't know.
I wish I can, because that question, it's a program.
Is it school program or church program? School program. Okay, church program.
Church program.
Okay.
You are truly an opportunist. Why must you wait for program to ask for money? That means you're targeting the people. Go and check the meaning of opportunist. Can I shock pastors? Don't use your programs to raise money. Do you know how I collect money? I don't raise money, I collect money. When she finished school, she's my wife's only sister. When she finished school, she lived me for 11 years before she got married. She's a graduate and said she wanted to go and learn. She says fashion design, but it needs tailoring work. She's the CEO, UG and Prexy. Her wedding gown runs into millions. by the grace of God. Right? Was I instrumental to your learning of what you did or something? I can't remember. I paid. Okay. I paid for her to go and learn this job she's doing now. Eh? Have you seen where I'm asking for money before? Have I begged you for money before? I just tell her I need money. You know the problem with pastors? You give people the impression that you don't have problem and that you cannot be helped. Jesus Christ, Savior mentality. Me, I get problem and that they ask. This is the way I ask. Pastor Gucci, this one safe. We there call you. I they call them, tell them how much I need. Oh yeah, send the money. I don't beg for it. I make sure I'm part of your life. I make sure I'm part of your growth. I support you to grow. And when I want to ask, I'm not talking about greed. I get what I'm saying? I will call you and tell you that I'm traveling tomorrow. I need tickets. I said I needed ticket before. 2 separate people bought me return tickets. And I have to use them at separate times. Are you get what I'm saying? But it's not, I don't have to wait for program. That means you're targeting them like prey. Are you get what I'm saying? And church members, let me beg you, stop being wicked. A pastor told me a friend invited him to his church. I said, sir, we don't have money. The friend he invited looked at him and said, I'm almost tempted to call him here. The guy that told me the story was the one who raised the money. He told his friend who invited him. This people here said they don't have money. This one here, I gave them the gari they drank yesterday. This one, let me give them beans. This one, let me do this one. Pastor was talking about how his people are suffering. The guy said, Pastor, you know sabi anything. No. Church members, he said, no, these people, they cannot lie to me. The guy said, will you allow me to raise this money? How much? Say 400,000. The guy now said, if I raise more than 400,000, I should take the rest. The guy that raised the money told me the story. I'm almost tempted to call his name. Let him come and tell him he told me the story. But it's not necessary. What led to this confrontation was because I was talking like this and he came to tell me, sir, church members are wicked. I said, I know. But we cannot do the wrong things because people are doing the wrong thing. The guy climbed the stage, preach halfway. I don't know how he did the call for fundraising. He raised 4.8 million. You know the one that shocked pastor? The people he gave Gadi, the woman ran back home and brought 800,000 cash. He was telling me that to convince me of the wickedness of members. And now use the story I'm about to tell you now to shut his mouth. There was a boy in my house. I told him, next week you open an account. I'll give you money to open an account. I gave him 18,000 at that time to rent a house for his mother. And I borrowed that money. 2 days after I promised to open an account for him, he came into my room, finished cleaning the room he was going. And the Lord said, check his wallet. I collected the wallet, checked. I saw a bundle of, I think, is it 50 naira note? I can't remember, maybe 5 naira, I can't remember. So I felt, and it was mint. I felt, I give them money. Now, this one is not a big thing. I gave him back his wallet. God said, I say, look at the wallet. It's some bags. Everybody knows that. I've said it before him before. The guy came back. I checked the second time. The third time I checked and saw slips. The guy wanted to open an account. Open an account where my account is. He handles my money. Guess his account balance at that time, over 500,000. His own mother have saved out of that relationship 1.2 million. And they came to me for 18,000 to rent a house. And I went to borrow to give them. So if you're talking about church members being wicked, I've experienced it. But you can't change from being a good person. If you change, you were never good from the beginning. No matter how church members try to do it, follow the right pattern. If you ask and they don't give, don't worry. God will replace them with people with time. Don't ruin and soil your reputation and your integrity, the integrity of heart before God because of how people are treating you. And again, let me confront pastors now head on. If you are not a giver, don't expect your members to give. You want your church to become a giving church. I don't know where we get this sense of entitlement that people should be giving to us and we cannot give. I was paying tithe. I've never paid tithe of 10% before. From secondary school days, I started paying 20%. When I met my wife, I was on 30%. She ran to 20. I moved to 40. She came to 30. I was coming back from America. God said something to me. She will catch up with you. I will teach you what to do. I said, what is it? He said, go into advanced tithing. I said, what's advanced tithing? He said, start giving to the point that I'm the one owing you. I made the decision. I said, they're giving 100% of everything back to kingdom. That was when my wife stopped. You are how many percent? 40%. Pastor Gochi, how many percent? Pastor Chrissy, how many percent? She's not here, 30%. My pastor, there's no pastor here giving 10% title. And nobody asked them. It was not taught. It was not taught. It wasn't a teaching. God told me, go into advanced tithing. It's not in the Bible. That's why I told you, there are things you have to do that you cannot explain. Desperate times. You don't know, your members are watching you. They know that you know they pay. You they ask, you know they pay. A young man told me his pastor taught me, you leave as the one who's supposed to collect. I say tithe. Principles that prosper people does not respect your office if you don't practice it. Ask the next question. Let this be the last one, please.
Yes, sir. What do you do as a woman or a pastor's wife? Your husband does not provide for you and your family, and also does not pray with you people as in morning prayer, and you are only the one carrying the family problem.
Okay, let me finish the floor. But before I do that, please. We are brothers and sisters, right? I can't answer all the questions here. But for every overseeing pastor, for every pastor, trust me, if I have personal questions, if you meet me personally, we can handle them. All right? That we're closing the program today does not mean that we are not accessible to each other. Is that okay now? All right. I was told some people came to see me yesterday. The question I asked is, who is their senior pastor? If your senior pastor is not bringing you, don't come. If a senior pastor wants to ask questions that need that I provide answers to, I will gladly oblige you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, so let me now answer this question. Why are women like this? A man will provide for 20 years. You won't hear I'm the one providing for the family. 6 months, a woman is already telling family members, everybody, I'm the one carrying the family. You know, say my husband no gain, losing job. Now me they carry family. 6 months. You are using your mouth to tell everybody, you know, my husband for a long time has lost his job. He has not been doing his no since after that incident. You know that after that one, you know this one, I'm the one. You know, if not because of this, women, why are you like that? 16 years, a man, nobody heard what he's been doing. 6 months, you are the one carrying everything. You know, one of the things that I spot in a terrible woman is when you talk about how you're carrying burdens in the family. I don't believe that a man should leave responsibility for a woman. This is not pride. If my wife has ever invested her money in anything that had to do with the house, it was not with my knowledge. You know, there was a time things were hard and I was eating. I was not providing, but I was eating. If I come back, there must be food. It was Reverend Norbert, not you. One day we were eating on the diner. I told Norbert that, you know, normally if they put 2 pieces of meat for me, I used to be angry. I like to see meat in my food. I don't eat meat, but I want to see the meat. And that day there were 2 pieces. I told Norbert that, you know, complain, you know, bring money now. You know what they give you. You should be grateful there's food in the house. Well, I was in the hospital one day, and then I think they knocked me out and I was sleeping, and then she went out. The children needed to pay school fees. She didn't want to bring it to me. She sold her property, one of her lands or something, and they called me from the bank. I sold one of my lands and I want to pay the children's school fees. She was not asking me for instruction on what to do about that. Me, I didn't even start asking. You know, somebody was in the hospital. The following day, I got money. And I asked her, how much did you spend on the children's school fees? She told me. I transferred the whole money. He had a fraction of 30,000. I transferred the whole money and kept back that 30,000. It's been years now. I told her I won't pay this 30,000 to remind me that you paid school fees and I'm owing you. That's the only time my wife has paid my children's school fees and I returned the money to. I came from a place where I believe strongly that a man, see, if a woman wants to spend 500,000 to cook a pot of soup, that's not your business. What you can afford is 10,000. Be responsible enough to give her 10,000. Don't ever say she has money and then my wife can sort it out, you keep quiet. Bring your 5,000. Tell her, honey, take the 5,000. Forget about women. Women are not out of this world. I don't know how they do it. Once in a while, I cook in the house. But my wife, she has not been perishing with me in so many areas. Anytime I want to cook, they will tell me to buy even salt. I'll buy my own salt, that I should not touch their thing. So anytime I want to cook, I'll go to markets to cook for the house. Sometimes I do breakfast and lunch or something, cook stew, cook soup, any soup I choose, cook, everybody wait. And if I go to market and come back from that time till now, I don't used to tell her how much. She will ask me how much this was, I will not tell you. You know why? The day I tell her, I will be in trouble. But anytime I go to market and finish cook, no matter I price things, I'll be wondering, how do women do this thing? I don't understand how they manage what we give and we're eating. I don't know how they do it. But I think there's grace upon their life. And another one is, you see, anytime your wife tells you she are going to collect something from Mama Nkechi on credit, don't ask how. If they tell you they borrow from their sister, when you get money, just return the money. So this is what I do. My wife is here. If my wife asks me for 10,000, I give her 15 or 20 deliberately. Because I know that whenever we don't have, I don't know how women do it. They run the home for a period of time without you. All right? So, but this issue about, I'm trying to let women know, acknowledge you have strength. Without you, the home can't stand. But see, I keep wondering why, when in 2 months, the man is not able to do anything. How do you people have the courage to come out and be talking as if you were running the family before the marriage started? Not every woman. Yes, ma'am. You see, when you carry out, what do you call it, and your specimen shows that you are 70% women, you conclude it's women. Because the numbers are very high. We're not saying that we don't have, my wife she can never see that time we were not, I wasn't bringing money. Nobody knew. I'm the one telling people. So there are women who might, but majority of women will say, I'm the one carrying family now. And 2 weeks, I'm the one carrying family. How do they take Duam? So here is the thing. If you have the privilege of carrying family, thank God. There's a way you get it right. Your husband will honor you for the rest of his life. You see, do you see how proudly I'm telling you that my wife carried us? It's a thing to be proud of. But if she was telling everybody how I cannot carry family, if I remember it, I will have pain. So when a man is down, be careful what. That's why when you say, now you have money now, because when he didn't have money, you put on some attitude. You were there. You didn't go, but you were hurting him. You serve him food, you drop the plate on the table. He's taking notes. No matter the situation, make sure the king is never dishonored. You see, a lot of divorce cases are going on. A lot of men are going to side chicks and getting new wives and all that. You know why? It's not because they don't have good wives. It's not because they are no good women. Their wives are good women. That's why when a man leaves marriage at time, people are wondering what he's looking for. The woman he's going to is not anything near his wife. But can I tell you, once a man no longer sees himself as a king in your life, he has no business staying. The only thing a man wants from you, can I break this table and go? Do you know why a man has issue with sex? If you deny him sex, he's having issue. It's not because he can't stay with that sex. It's because asking and getting is how he knows he's king and Lord. They don't say no to a Lord. They don't say no to a king. So every time you give him excuses, you take it away from him that he's king and Lord. Any woman outside that makes him feel he's king and Lord by giving him yes all the time, he will prefer that person to you. The second is like the first. Do you know why your husband comes back home and he's not ready to romance you to have sex? He just wants to have sex. Women, can I help you? You know why? Because unlike you, all the time women pass by him, he's in the office. He has been processing you. He has processed you, he has ravished you, he has harassed you. He couldn't wait to come back. So as he's coming, all that you want him to be doing, you have finished it on his head. So while you are trying to tell him that you want to get it, he's wondering why you're not ready, because while he's away, he has been readying himself. Man, am I saying the truth here? So why the woman is saying, let us start, the man is angry. So that I'm away means that you're not preparing your mind for me. Because for him, when any girl try to greet him, I have a wife in the house. Don't worry, I have something in the house. When they make him angry, don't worry, I'm going to the house. And you are waiting for him to come. He will now come rub your head. Before you start, your engine will start. He now wants to conclude. He has been running his engine since warming up. He's ready to move. If you get back to the house, settle down, tell your husband that a pastor said this. Is it true? You get it now. The mistake they make is when you start up wherever you are, they are supposed to call their wife and alert. But you know some men will not tell you. You see that time he called you and said, how are you doing? Are you okay? He's alerting you. But for you, you want him to say it like, honey, I'm missing you, all those things. As a man, he has told you he's closing work by 3. He expects that you should start, your own engine should start running. But you see, this is what I tell men and women. If you want to get to heaven by 11, you must start by 7. That's the standard of a woman. Enter the kitchen, help her with cutting vegetable. Do 1 or 2 things. You see, when we make some move, a woman knows that. And then you see the woman, when she finishes cooking, she will go quickly shower. Once your wife goes to shower, why are you getting up? Let me finish this thing. I asked my wife one day, how can I come back by 11? You are waiting for me to come back. She's already sleeping. She will wait for me to come back to shower. I say, what is going on here? I now dawned on me that shower no be dirty. Now acceptance. It's acceptance later that whatever you want. But you have to ignite the fire. I don't know if anybody got blessed. Stop hugging me like this. I'm still in the spirit. How can you come and be hugging me like this? No, bishops are here. Let me coordinate myself. Pastors, we're still going to take pictures and possibly take pictures with everyone. Just 2 seconds and then we go. But this is something I want you to do for me. There are 4 men through whom God made this meeting very possible. Reverend George, Dr. Isaac, Bishop Henry, and Reverend Kingdom. There were just 4 men I sat down with. Our chairman, Jiwa 1, Jiwa 2, Gwagwa, Day. I didn't struggle. In fact, I got a shocking news that Dr. Isaac refused to take money for